Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Tone's Market Analysis for Sunday, October 1st. I can't believe it's October. Time is just flying. I'm still here in Milan at the blockchain lab. I actually got some work done today. I had the office to myself because it's Sunday. It's time to do this video. I was supposed to get it started like an hour ago. I know Vortex's show on the World Crypto Network is coming in less than an hour. I'm going to try to fly through this. I'll try to get to a couple of your questions. As you can see, I'm still here at great office. Again, shout out to the blockchain lab and ScamCoinBot for hosting me right here in Milan. All right, I'm going to do screen share. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to do application window. Where was I? Okay. So the blog is kind of being updated because I had to get an admin. Like I couldn't keep up with it. So some of my appearances throughout Europe are being starting to get documented again. My schedule has been somewhat updated. A lot of things are going on. Let me show you what I've been working on all day. If you go to the educational tools and you go to learn trading, okay, I plan to keep doing it tonight. This might be a late night for me. It's already like 8 p.m. Here in Milan. All right, is this working or what? What's going on here? It was working before. Hold on. Oh no, I think I screwed this up. Oh, that's not good. Oh man. All right, I'm not sure why it's not loading. Could be my website building skills aren't working. Oh man. Spent half my day working on it. It was working earlier. Not sure what's going on. Oh, here it is. Finally, that took a while. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to work. Let's try this. Okay, that's working. And there's nothing there, but at least it's working. There you go, it's working. Okay, excellent. So I started filling out the Learn Trading section. So those of you that have been asking what's the homework for the seminars, well, obviously the one in Prague is in 2 days, so there's not enough time to cover everything, but the one in California is in 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks, sorry, in 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to look over this, right? I'm gonna give you more stuff, but all of this is links, right? So try to check it out. Don't spend crazy amount of time on it, but it's enough for you to kind of get a little familiar with the things that we're going to talk about at the trading seminar. And I know a lot of you love to make fun of my website, but it's this way on purpose. I know everyone is asking me to modernize my website. I don't want to. My website is exactly how I want it to be because I don't want people clicking 18 different times to find all the information. I want it all on one page. Okay. So and over here I'm posting like long books. So don't go to this last section because I'm filling it out here. I got to momentum indicators and then I got busy as always. Anyway, this is what I did all day today, and I'm not even halfway done. All right. So go here for this kind of stuff. All right, let's go to the markets. I haven't looked at any charts since my last video, and I don't remember what day I did the last video. I know I was on the other side of this office when I did it, but I don't remember what day. It was somewhere in the middle of last week. So I have not looked at anything since then, right? This is why I'm a technical trader. If I don't have time to look at fundamentals, I don't care to look at fundamentals, right? I know I keep getting new subscribers, so I'll have to keep repeating myself. And this is another reason why I'm filling out the blog. Like basically, there's going to be trading education, economics education, Bitcoin education. And this way I don't have to keep answering the same question, what indicator are you using? Also, I'm going to drop some of these sections because they're not really being utilized. And I'm going to add like tone-based consulting, and I'm going to explain what that is and what you get and all this stuff. I know I have emails I got to get back to people on and stuff like that. And I know I owe people time that have prepaid. Also, I'm going to mention this again later. Unless you are 100% sure you're talking to me, please don't pay ahead in consulting. There are fake Skype accounts of my name. There are fake Facebook accounts of my name. There are probably fake LinkedIn accounts of my name. There's definitely fake Reddits. There's fake Steemits. I don't even have Steemit. I don't even have Reddit. So there's a lot of fake tone vases out there. Trust me, there's no other tone vase you're going to conflict with, right? If there's a tone vase and it's not me, it's a fake. It's a scam. Someone is trying to scam you, okay? So please do not pay even a single Satoshi to a tone vase until you're absolutely sure that it's me. Like if you're buying the code for the indicator, like get the indicator first, right? Before paying for it. Like I'll send the indicator first and then you can pay, all right? I would rather get scammed than my followers get scammed, okay? So so don't fall for that, please. I don't want someone calling me and say, hey, Tone, you owe me an hour of consulting. I paid so-and-so. I paid you a month ago. I'm like, no, you didn't. So please don't, unless you're absolutely sure that it's me on Skype or any other medium, any other communication medium, ask for like a 30-second video call so you can see my face, right? I know nobody wants to see my face, but before you send 0.1 Bitcoin for a consulting session, please be absolutely sure that it's me. All right, S&P 500. I'll probably say that again towards the end. I'm already at 350 viewers, and it ramps up to 1,000 towards the end. All right, S&P 500. Oh, what a surprise! We're going higher. What a surprise! Is anybody surprised? Any of you surprised? Everyone keeps emailing me, telling me how the stocks are overvalued and they're gonna crash, and how wrong I am, and how I've been wrong for 3 years. And here we go, higher, higher, and higher. This is the daily chart. We just had a monster day. My God. See, now I'm pissed that my retirement account right now is in cash because I'm about to start trading earnings season. I should have just left it. I should have just left it in the S&P 500. I took it out too early. I took it out off of this arrow because I thought it would be a little bit of a deeper correction, and then I have earnings season. So I'm like, oh, it's all right. I'll leave it in cash because I'm about to start trading the money anyway. And then boom, we turn around faster than I expected. We broke the previous high. I didn't even put a box. It's just higher. I'll throw on the indicator. And again, just start looking at my website. I'm going to be explaining this. Oh, there was a 9. Oh, perfect. Wow, look at that. I'm sure I talked about it on prior videos. Here's a 9. So what do I say? I'm like a parrot. When this 9 comes, the most likely outcome is a 1 to 4 candle correction. In this case, it's daily. And then we're going higher. There was a buy signal according to this indicator and only this indicator and nothing else. I mean, there was a buy signal right here on the break of the yellow line, of the yellow trend line just yesterday, right? The 9 sell indication came on September 21st. But according to this indicator, the moment, I'm going to hold the shift button now. I got it. I got the hang of it. The moment we broke this green line, the moment we broke the high of this candle on September 27th, this indicator told you to buy the S&P 500, and you're already up, 10 points in a day for the S&P. That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad at all. All right. This arrow is being covered by my candles, so everything is perfect. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to close. All right, next, the weekly. We're even going up ahead of schedule. You see this arrow? I thought we were gonna get to this point sometime in the first quarter of 2018. We're getting there earlier. It's even earlier. Like the S&P 500 is even stronger than I expected. All right, we're at an all new high. Like there's really not much price analysis you can do when it comes to an all new high. All you can do is time analysis. So for time analysis, I'm just going directly to the indicator and seeing what's going on. This is my time analysis. So what do we got? All right, look, we have all these red arrows going on, right? So again, this red arrow right here on the week of April 6th told you look for a 1 to 3 candle correction and then probably higher. That's what happened. I did see this triangle. I thought the triangle would take us lower. It didn't. This 913.9 got me a little worried. Again, we had a couple of candle pullback and then higher. And we're still working on this count. I don't have the back test. This 9 kicked off a 13 count. The 13 count has just ended. But look, that's a number 8 because this 9, after its 1 to 4 candle correction, kicked off another 13 count. And this 13 count is on an 8. This is on a 4. So you can, so in 5 more up weeks, that's 5 more weeks of upside from the setup count and the countdown count. I mean, like I couldn't be more bullish the S&P 500 right now. And according to this indicator, you had a price flip right here with a green 1. And you started trading higher. You were above the trend line. So personally, I would have been a little bit cautious. And I probably should have mentioned it. I'm surprised it's not on this chart. But you know, this green line would have told you based on this indicator, you know, you can go long based on the indicator, and you're still long. How high is the target? I have no idea. But this is a weekly chart of the S&P 500. This week has just ended. A new week is starting on Monday, and I'm looking for 5 more weeks of upside from top and down because 8 plus 5 is 13. 4 plus 5 is 9. If you get straight up, I mean, this count can skip candles, as you can see. So maybe but at best, the 13 and 9 will come on the same day. So I cannot be any more bullish the S&P 500. Of course, earnings season is coming up. We have passed the scariest statistical month, which is September. September is historically the worst month for the S&P 500. It clearly wasn't this month. This September has been great for the S&P 500. October, contrary to popular belief, October is not a bearish month for stocks. October is usually the month where stocks have capitulation, so they crash in September. They basically bottom in October, causing people to give up hope. But because September was not a down month, I'm expecting October to be an up month. So I am uber bullish the S&P 500, as I have been ever since I started my video series, yet people continue to make fun of me for it. Sure. But then again, I make fun of people in Ethereum, and Ethereum keeps going up. So I guess you win some, you lose some. But to me, the S&P 500 is not a scam. Ethereum is. So that's a big difference. All right, let's save this and let's close that. Gold. So my trades, again, I have not looked at this at all since my last video. Here is the daily chart of gold, and here's what bothers me about gold. What bothers me about gold is that we had a lower low, we had a higher high telling you we're going to go up, then we had a lower low telling you we're going to go down, then we had a higher high telling you you're going to go up, and are we going to have a lower low? Of course, all the gold bugs will always say no, and I say maybe. I have absolutely no idea. But what I can say is this is a daily chart of gold, and I finally had several correct public trades on gold, and this is still a bearish trade. and I'm loving this trade. I see absolutely no reason to exit this bearish trade of gold. I waited till we fell out of the below the 50-day moving average. You had 50-day moving average and Fibonacci support. I'm gonna throw on the indicator just to see what's going on. Did it help me analyze this? It absolutely did. There was a 9 TD9 buy right here, told me to look for a 1 to 4 day correction to the upside. Maybe it was going to be sustained, maybe it wasn't. It clearly wasn't. The moment right here, that's a perfect entry point. I pointed it out. So now what happens? Now you've had a few more days, and that's a perfect doji, by the way. I talk about dojis on my blog now in that educational section. So now it's time to adjust your risk reward, right? You're making money on a trade, so what do? You lower it. So I'm gonna lower it to at the least the top of this candle, probably the top of the last candle. I cannot have this trade cost me any money at this point. So what I would do with this daily trade, assuming I was in it, I would completely lower it. What was my entry point? My entry point was 1290. I want to set it to a break even. I want to give it a little bit of leeway. I'm gonna set this at, like 1292. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of cushion. In reality, I probably would get out of this trade with a profit no matter what happens. My profit zone is still 1250 to 200-day moving average. Okay, so there you go. So at this point, there was a perfect entry on this short trade. At this point, your risk reward is 20. Your ratio is 20 to 1 on risk reward. You are now risking $2 to make $40. So that's a nice, that's a very nice risk reward ratio. And that's the trade that you make. Also on a numerical indicator, right? When this 9 couldn't keep the bull going, what happens? You kick off the countdown from 1 all the way down to a 13. In addition, this gave you a brand new setup, just like there was a, let me do a back test. Just like there was a 2 here that went lower than the 1, telling you, hey, look for a 9 before you take your profit. Boom, you had a 2 go lower than the 1. You enter the short trade. Now you're starting a 5 as of right now, and you're looking for another week of downside. And when it gets to, like, the 200-day moving average, 1250 area, you can consider taking some profit, or you can keep letting it ride because you have no idea if gold's about to make a new low. Okay, so gold is looking very weak to me right now. A total short trade. I don't see any other way about it. All right, weekly. Let me see if weekly is contradicting with the daily. And I already see that on weekly, I also have a short trade. So this is a trade on multiple time frames. I mean, gold got a little bit out of hand. It shouldn't have gone that high, right? Maybe when it pulls back to the trend line, it'll reverse again to the upside. So let's take a look. Let's zoom in on gold. Yeah, I do need to get to the Bitcoin because I am limited on time because I don't want to interfere with Vortex and the World Crypto Network. So here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart is looking very ugly. Let's see if we can adjust the stop loss on the weekly as well. Okay, so what are we looking at here? I already have the indicator up, right? I'm going to zoom in some more. I want to see. So where's my support and resistance? Well, we're just below a Fibonacci line. We're already below. We're cracking support left and right. So complete open air, open gap from 1280 down to 1250. Open gap. Then you have support. You have a couple of Fibonacci lines. You have the 50-week moving average. You have the trend line. This is a big area right here of support. So that probably means that my initial profit taken on the weekly is a little too optimistic. I'm going to raise that to 45, but I can certainly lower my stop loss to at least the high of the previous week's candle. So that's probably 1310-ish. a little higher. So let's do 13, let's do 15. Oh, a little perfect, right there, okay? And then if next week starts off really, really badly for gold, which I'm expecting it will, because look, the counts, um, you know, haven't even told me to go short, right? So if this week we start trading lower than last week, there'll be another reason for me to go short. So there's a chance you can double down. So you can even stick a red line right here at the low of last week's candle. And if you go below this line, which appears to be, you know, 1275, 1276, what was the low last week? The low last week was 1276. So the moment you go below 1275, that's another reason to short gold. So once again, gold is finally, I'm getting, I'm no longer publicly saying I'm confused by gold and I don't know how to trade it. Over the last few weeks, I know exactly how to trade gold, and you can see it publicly. I got it. So up to now, I've gotten it right. All right, let's move on. Enough of gold, and I'll save that. Oil is oil. Oh, oil was doing good. So last week, oil was doing great. Look at the risk-reward ratio. I already adjusted it last week. I have no reason to adjust it again this week. The risk-reward I have on here is looks like 13.5. That's plenty. Again, gold went pretty high. I mean, if you were leveraged, if you were trading oil futures, that's a good profit right there. I see no reason to dump this trade. It's still looking good. You can take your profit at any time. You can let the rest of it ride. I'm gonna turn on the indicator, and I'm on a 3. There was another reason to go long oil. Yeah, so oil is just a long at this point. Obviously, the trend channel worked as long as it did, and then there was a bullish trade right there. Let's save that. Let's close. All right, picking up some live viewers. We are now up to 550 viewers. What is this? Oh, this is the euro. So again, finally, after multiple attempts at shorting the euro, we have a really good trade on the euro. And this trade is way in the money. This is a weekly candle. Again, a new week is about to start next week. So at this point, you look at the high of last week's candle, and the high is 365. So you adjust your trade to 19, I don't know, 19.4. I don't know, something like that. Okay, boom. So that's it. It's now you can't even see it, right? So like you have no risk at this point, right? You made the perfect trade. You're in the money. Do not let this trade lose you any money. Now I know it looks weird. I'm gonna, because I need some kind of a risk reward ratio. Oh, okay, it didn't even do it for me. Like I can't even set it lower, right? So I'll do, you know, like 0.1 or something, just so you can see it, right? There, it's just so you see a little bit of red there. But in reality, like this short trade should not cost you any money at this point, right? You've been attempting to short this damn thing forever, and finally it's working. But look, it bounced right off the 200-day moving average, and it looks good. I mean, the bounce is strong. I mean, again, if you're trading this live and you're watching this happen, don't let it cost you any money. You know the 200-day moving average is support historically. Take some profit. You can always go short again. I'm gonna throw the indicator on. The price flip has just occurred, so that means there'll be another short trade coming up the moment next week goes below last week, which is going to be tricky because that was a big bounce back. So maybe the week after. But either way, you know, the 9 came here. I was expecting a complete drop. I was off by a couple of weeks. You know, not the end of the world. You try your short trade, you fail, you try again. The daily chart, I remember, was looking beautiful. So here's the daily chart. Again, that was an entry, and it's not going to cost you anything. This is like a classic pattern right here. You fall below the 50-day, you come back and you retest the 50-day. This is exactly what I expected. I just expected it to fall a little more, go back up, and then down. It just didn't fall as much as I thought it would. Now, why did I think it was going to fall all the way there? Probably because of the numerical numbers, and that is correct, right? As you can see, we're still on a 6, but tomorrow we're probably going to have a price flip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like tomorrow we need to close below this candle, may or may not happen. So I was expecting 5 and 6 to be a little weaker than they were, taking us into a 9 and then bounce and then reverse. So okay, fine. So we're testing the 50-day moving average earlier from the bottom. I'm expecting it to get rejected. I don't want to draw another arrow here. It's just going to clutter my chart, and therefore I'm just looking for more downside. So let's close that, and now we're up to Bitcoin. Save that. Save that. All right, Bitcoin. Let's talk Bitcoin. Okay. These are the weekly candles. Oh, we're starting a new month today. I think we started a new month. Let me go to the monthly chart. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we started a new month. We had the first red month in a while. It's been a while. We finally had a red month. Let me see what my numbers say. So we're good. We're on month number 8. Look, guys, I don't have a crystal ball, right? Like I have no idea what the price of Bitcoin is going to be over the next 2 months. But I will say that I'm bullish. And if you look at the track record of this particular indicator, the last 2 times there was a 9, they were huge months. I mean, huge months. I mean, the month of the 9 over here, it opened at 450 and it closed at 530. Now that's only $130, but that's a big percentage gain. That's a pretty hefty percentage gain, guys. You know, that's about a 20% gain. Then over here, we opened the month at 960 and we closed the month at 1200, right? So again, that's like a 25-30% gain. So the month number 8 is just starting. So October is month number 8 and November is month number 9. And I am looking for I'm looking for a repeat. I have no reason to doubt the technicals here, right? We're also, this 9 has just completed its 13, and this 9 is on a 7. So there is still gonna potentially, if we get another 9, we could have a multi-month sell-off, but then still more upside. It's too early to tell. Now, this is coming from the weekly chart. There's a reason for that madness, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so I'm looking for more upside. Can we get a 9 down here at 3,000? Yes, we can, right? Because the next 2 months simply have to close above these 4 and 5, and they most likely will. So I am looking for 2 more months of upside. Okay, let's go to the weekly. What is the weekly telling us? The weekly is still telling us nothing, right? Because we're actually on a red count, but this red count never told you to go short. You needed a lower low to go short, and we never got it, okay? So I'm waiting for next week. Next week starts in, next week starts soon. Well, this is a weekly candle, right? So this is so next week starts in about 6 hours, right? About 5.5 hours, right? And next week we get a price flip, but it's only a price flip. I still need another candle. So it might be another full week plus Monday of the following week for me to scream buy on a weekly level, okay? It doesn't mean you shouldn't be holding Bitcoin. It just means, you know, it's not weekly chart tradable. So you have to understand the difference between daily chart tradable and weekly chart tradable, okay? And this red arrow was going to go into play if we would have fallen below 3,000 and closed there, but we clearly didn't, and we bounced right off of it, which was beautiful, okay? Now, we never retested this zone. See, this is the part that worries me still today. Had we fallen from this 9 all the way down to 1350, I would not have considered this as a problem. But because we never did, this is still a potential problem. But if we go make a new high, come back and retest 5,000, then this will no longer be a concern. But for now, it's still a very slight concern, and you have to be aware of it. All right, daily charts. I have this green channel. Again, we are way above the channel, and this here, same arrow, right? If we were to go back to 3250, I was going to be bearish to make a new low, but we never got back there, okay? So let's zoom in. By the way, the last 2 times Bitcoin has gone oversold on the RSI, amazing things happened. And we gotten all the way, last time we got all the way into the overbought and stayed there for a while, and we're not even overbought yet. So there's plenty of room to the upside on the daily Bitcoin chart of Bitfinex. Also, I don't have it marked. I guess I should mark it. Let's make this green. Let's make this green. The MACD crossover took place a couple of days ago. I don't know why I didn't have it on the chart, probably because I was looking at it this way, so I just wasn't paying attention to the MACD, and now I happen to have it up, and I saw it. And look, this is the arrow I drew. The last time I did this video, this chart tells me the last time I did this video. It would have been, this is today, 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago, and I would have drawn this arrow and this arrow and this arrow. Yeah, we didn't pop as high, and yeah, we didn't fall as low, but we're following this arrow very closely. This was a big resistance cluster, and we are now above it. We are now above it. I am not too worried. If I go to the time analysis, I should call it time analysis. I should stop calling it numerical indicator. If I go to the time analysis, we're on a 7. So, and I'm sure I talked about it this morning on the World Crypto Network for today in Bitcoin. We still have 6 more hours. Who knows how the hell this day is going to end? And I am looking for 2 more days of upside, 1 or 2 days of correction, and then another 9 days of upside. This is what my time analysis is telling me. Is it going to work out that way? Probably not, but statistical probability gives that the most likely outcome. That's all about the daily chart, and double tops are complete unicorns. So the moment we go back all the way to 5,000, that pretty much means to me that it's a double top, and we're gonna go break it out and go higher. Hey guys. Hi. I finally have company at the office. I'm live streaming now. Yeah, I'll be done before you start. I don't want to go run into Vortex's show. He's gonna kill me. But all right, let's move on. Let's move on to the daily chart. I'm close to done. Here's the, what is this? Here's the 4-hour chart, right? And I'm zoomed out a little bit, so let's zoom in. Here is the. Here's the 4-hour chart, and that's it, right? This was the double top. Double tops do not hold. They get broken, and they act as very critical support. And that's exactly what happened. Let me throw the numerical indicator up here. And boom, there was a 9. I tweeted this out. I talked about it this morning. And what did I say? What did I say? 9. A 1 to 4-candle pullback and then probably higher. And during this candle right here, when things were falling, people were panicking. People were panicking. I have a, I have a Skype chat group for my clients that have used the tone-based consulting service. I kind of put everyone in one chat group, let them all talk amongst themselves, because they now have, general similar understanding, or at least similar understanding to me. And I don't talk much in there, but I saw people panicking, and I just kept saying, we're still in the 1 to 4 candle pullback. These candles are 4 hours long. This pullback could take an entire day, but it's already reversing. We're already back. Well, we were back about 4,300 a minute ago, and I'm bullish here, guys. I'm bullish. Like I said, I'm bullish for 2 more days. I'm bullish for 2 more days. Go to new highs. Bullish for 2 more days. Are we gonna keep? Can I be wrong? Of course I can be wrong, but that's what I'm looking at right here. I don't see any resistance, right? That's the thing. If I go back to the daily chart, there's no resistance here. This is. I'm gonna draw it, but then I'm gonna delete it. Make it yellow. This is not resistance to me. In my book, in the Tone-Based trading book, when Tone-Based eventually writes a book, this yellow line is not resistance. It's not resistance for multiple reasons. First of all, it's way too close to the prior all-time high. So once we're breaking above this line, we are too close to a double top, and we're gonna go higher. Again, statistically speaking. This is also too many exits, too many chances to get out. Just too many chances. Now, had we fallen straight down, had we not gone back up here, had we fallen all the way down and then went up, and this would not have been any kind of a line prior, then yeah, perhaps I would have been cautious here. And this will probably meet my 9, and it will probably look like a collapse, but it will probably be a bear trap because of the weekly chart. I'm still looking. This is weekly, sorry. Because of the monthly chart, I'm still looking for 2 more months of upside. All right. So that's pretty much it. I think this 1 to 4 day reversal is done, and now I'm expecting us to go higher. Hourly is useless. I'm not even going to waste my time. I will waste my time on B-Trash a little bit, only because it makes me happy at the moment. So here it is. It's a complete and utter disaster. They are insta-mining their blocks once again. I'm not sure what's funnier at this point, B-Trash or Dash. You saw that little thing in the corner there? 41 new blocks, while Bitcoin only had 3 or 6 or whatever that flashed up there in the corner. So they insta-mine. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely hilarious. So since the inception of B-Trash, in about a day or 2, it would have mined. Actually, it's already mined 30% more blocks than Bitcoin. They're gonna have their halving like a year early. It's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait. It's awesome. So they are now below my Mendoza line. They are below 0.1. I forgot when I was gonna start calling it a C-Cash or C-Trash, either below either below 0.1 or below 0.05. I like the fact that the value of B-Trash is now lower than the value of Tone-Based 1 hour of consulting. So if you are sitting on 1 B-Cash, you cannot afford Tone-Based for 1 hour of a service. It has the price is higher than that. So yeah. So and from a technical perspective, you're on a 5. You're looking for a 9. This 13 didn't do shit because there is another 13 that it's working on. Minor bug. I'm not sure what's going on here. This should not be a 1. This should be an 8. I gotta check the code, but it's generally correct. But no one cares. It seems to malfunction on stupid things. What is this? Monero, I had a client today asking me about Monero, so I took a look. These were my arrows from long ago, and this is the weekly Monero to the dollar. So I almost got it perfectly. I think Monero will do okay from a dollar perspective. The indicator isn't useful right now at all, so let's not bother. But the question is, how is it doing against Bitcoin? So again, this is another weekly arrow that I had right, but now we're lower. So on a weekly chart of Monero, there is a little point of concern right here. And this is not good. The indicator is telling you to go short. I would wait maybe a few more days, and then I would. Then it'll probably be this arrow may not happen. So I mean, I was looking for Monero to pull back and go higher. It seems to continuing to pull back. So I mean, you could have taken a chance to go long Monero, but then instantly realized that was a mistake. But if you bought Monero up here somewhere, then you're now sitting on a pretty hefty loss. Not sure how I can help you there. The daily, this is why I was looking at Monero today, because a client really wanted to dig into the daily chart of Monero because the indicator was at a 913 and how to play it. But I drew this triangle, tells you that Monero is looking at a fall of about 0.025 actually. So it's kind of hefty, right? I mean, this is one of the problems with these things, right? So you are looking at, I mean, that's your target, right? Because that's your target because that's how much it went up. So that's a little troublesome, right? Because it's 0.0025. Yeah, 0.0025. That was the fat part. So this is the problem with the logarithmic scales, guys. So I think that's the target. So I don't know if it's going to go that low. That's kind of high. But you did have a 9. See, this is an 8. This is what that other chart was supposed to be, an 8. So there was a 913 telling you there could be like a potential reversal and then down, but there was no reversal candle. There's no support here. Like it's hard. You can't just use one thing blindly. So Monero isn't looking too good at the moment. So sorry for your loss, those that are holding Monero. This is the Monero daily. So what was this? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Monero 4-hour. I got them backwards. It's the Monero 4-hour. Yeah, so that one's looking bad. Monero daily is also looking bad. See, again, right, 5 more days of downside, 5 more days of downside. This needs to get to a 13. This needs to get to a 9. You have the 200-day moving average. Like, not good, not good. I mean, if you were in Monero, yeah, this 9 couldn't reverse it. And yeah, not good, not good. Like got 5 more days of downside, and then maybe a little bit of upside. But are you gonna go to new highs, or are you just gonna, or is it a dead cat? Nobody knows. All right, it's hard. Monero's in a tricky spot right now. That's the 4-hour. So people have been really nagging me about Ethereum. God knows why. I haven't looked at Ethereum charts in ages. So one of these I can make monthly, weekly. Is that Ethereum? Sure, it's on Bitfinex. Oh, so this doesn't look good at all. Let me see. Oh, wow, I only got like 10 minutes left. You know what, guys? Monero's gonna have to wait. I'll just throw the time analysis on it, and oh my God, holy, look at that. The last time I looked at Monero was when these arrows showed up. That this was not, you know what? The picture speaks for itself. The giant red arrow right there. The Pine editor. I'm not Oh wait, that's not what I meant to show. You know, I'm not making these numbers up. I mean, it's all right there in the code. The code's making the numbers, not me. And boom, wow, that could have been timed nicely. I wasn't looking at it. I don't trade this stuff. And there you go. On a 5, looking for another 9. Maybe it'll reverse it. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on. I'll look at it next time. I'm just running out of time here. Here's the daily. Oh, I almost got it. I remember this. I put this giant red circle because for the moving average cross, and I said it was gonna get ugly once it crosses. So I'm gonna move the circle over. Man, I missed it by a week. I missed it by a week. Oh yeah, no, look at these arrows. Ethereum is so done. Put a fork in this thing. I can't wait. Giant descending triangle, moving average crossover. Last time they crossed, you had this. They're about to cross, you might get the opposite. If you're holding Monero, I mean, if you're holding Ethereum and you believe in Ethereum, please keep holding it.
Sorry.
We got multiple podcasts going on. No, I'm gonna end mine in a minute. I'm gonna end mine in a minute. Sorry guys, there's not gonna be a Q&A today. We'll do the Q&A tomorrow.
We just go in the other room so we can do it simultaneously.
Okay, I'll flip around the blockchain side so they can get it from the thing.
Yeah, or we steal it directly.
Or you can steal it, yes.
Thank you, but we can leave you with this.
Oh, let's not break that. Perfect, that's even better. Excellent. All right, yeah, we're. I should have flipped my camera. Actually, they'll see you. They'll see you doing the podcast on the other side.
We move in the other part of the room.
Yeah, no, I know, but when I turn my camera on, they'll see you doing a podcast.
Okay.
As I'm doing a podcast. No, but I'm gonna end mine because I don't want to conflict either. See, this is what you guys get when we do live shows. And here's Ethereum. I'm not gonna look at Ethereum hourly. Nobody cares. I'm finishing up. So here's Ethereum. Oh my God, and it happened again. Holy shit. So here's another 9 with an arrow telling you, hey, your good times are about to come to an end. And now you're working on a 9 to the downside. Hey guys, those of you that actually got this indicator, you can get it free on TradingView. I mean, there are other people that have put it up there. You just won't have my code. Arrows won't be as fancy. Right there, boom, it even told you where the local top is. Like Ethereum is just nonsense. All right, go through my schedule real quick. I will be speaking in Prague. There I am right there. That's the conference with Thomas Hunt will be there on like 6 to 8 of October. I am doing my trading seminar in Prague. I think there's like 1 or 2 seats left. I'm not sure. I've been too busy putting educational material on my website. By the way, I'm back to 700 viewers. Please go to my website. There's a section here for educational tools. It says Learn Trading right there. I started filling it out. This is your homework if you want to study ahead of time for the trading seminars. We rented out a conference room in Prague, fits 15 people. I already have 13 people that I believe are definite, maybe 14 that are definite. Might be room for 1 or 2 more. And of course, my trading seminar in California, which should now have a venue assigned to it. It'll have a venue assigned to it somewhere in here. If you click on this, I refreshed it. Is there a venue? There it is. That's where I am. Hopefully it'll fit everyone because people keep signing up. Then it's off to Ukraine, and I'll talk about the rest of my travel schedule later. All right, guys. Sorry, I don't have any more time. I don't wanna conflict with the World Crypto Network before I get fired from there. And but check out the blog, check out the educational section, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. Thank you for following, and I'll see you all in the next one, and I'll take your questions then. All right, bye-bye.